Hello, hi. Do you want to try something with me? So, the lore here, let me put some of this down. The lore of what's happening here is I have gel on my nails. Give you a little Dolly Parton moment. But I have gel on my nails. I went to the free OPI pop-up in West Hollywood, and that was about a month ago, maybe more, which is awesome that they have lasted this long. I mean, barely chipped. There's like a single chip on my thumb, but they're so grown out. And tomorrow I go to Sabrina Carpenter's Short and Sweet tour, and I think that these hunter green nails are not what I want. What I want are just like baby blue. I have baby blue. And I have never had gel on my nails, which means I've never removed gel from my nails. Oops. So, we're trying it right now. I've done some Googling about it, and I think I understand the process. So I figured I would bring you all along with me, because it sounds like it'll be at least a little bit ASMR-y, and if it's not, yike for me, but we're gonna go for it. So, I guess one nail at a time. All of what I have is extra thick cotton squares. Nail file. Couldn't remember the name there for a second. I buffer a lot. Nail file, that's important. I'm gonna keep that up here. Acetone. I guess it's not acetone. It is protein enriched nail polish remover. What are you made of? Oh, the first ingredient is acetone. So that's also a very important part of this process. I've heard aluminum foil is something you need during this. That's so horrible to have that so deeply in the foreground. I'm moving it. I apologize. Aluminum foil. And then I don't know if I'll need it, but I have this like nail oil from literally like 2021, maybe 2020. Haven't used it in literally years, but I'll throw it on there. Do you think I should throw it on now or before? Maybe on the skin? Okay. If someone's at home screaming at me, sorry. I'm gently brushing on the skin because I know the skin's gonna get irritated during this process. And then, so we're just gonna be exploring this process and Gavin today. So if that's what you're into, stick around. If that's what you're not into, I dare you to leave this video playing anyway, mute your computer, run away, so I can have the views and the hours, because I am trying to be an ASMR girly, so help me with those metrics. Massaging in this oil, and then rough side and just I'm like biting my lip like weird. I've also been debating all day like what shape to make my nail. I play guitar and I need short nails on this hand, long nails on this hand in order to do that. Like I guess I could have short nails on both, but I like having some long length. It does make guitar easier. It makes life easier sometimes to just have like one set of long nails. So okay. This is scratched up. Oh, it's so scary. I hate when they like actually do this to your real nail too. And like I asked the lady about it and I was like, should I be doing that for regular nail polish? And she was like, oh god, no, it's not good for your nails. But it's needed to keep the gel on. And like I don't know if it'll make I definitely won't be making gel a consistent thing in my life because of the money. But I'm going on a long trip soon and there will be people at my house the whole time, so you can't rob me. But I'm going on a long trip soon and I think that having like gel on my nails might be a good idea, and then I can get the extensions and actually have like matching nails because I won't be able to play guitar while on my trip, so that's awesome. I'll take out 1, 2, 3, 4. These are extra thick, so it's hard to tell. 3, 4. Do you think extra thick will help? Will be a problem? No one knows. Someone knows, but not me. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're gonna try to keep going. And okay, wait, so I think let me focus. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. Focusing on getting all the supplies I need for this process, and then while I'm doing it I will be gossiping with you. So 1 second. Do you think this is gonna sound horrible? I'm gonna hold it like really far away. Okay, I think that might have sounded horrible. Sorry. Okay. I guess I should rip this into 10 too, right? never done this, so if that was insane, I don't know. We're figuring it out. Okay, so cotton ball, wrap it. Oh no. Okay. Got it. Okay, and I think I like drench this thing. Oh, it's on me. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, it smells so bad. Okay. Okay, so I'm scrunching her up on the thumb. Aluminum foil. Oh, it is literally everywhere. And on my nice chair. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I am dripping, but it's fine. Okay. Clean myself off. Sealing this up because I know I'm gonna knock it down today. I went to this restaurant, Patty's, that I go to like all the time. It's a diner. It's like one of my favorite breakfast places, and I spilled my iced tea all over the table and knocked it into my boyfriend's lap, and I had a single sip of it, and the ice cubes were everywhere, and like 3 people had to help. And that's the worst thing about spilling in a restaurant. And if you're not clumsy, you wouldn't know this, but when you spill in a restaurant, like, you have no power over helping. Like, once you alert the staff and are like, I spilled, can I have some napkins? What they do is they bring over a rag, and they take the rag and they like rag it down, and you just kind of have to sit there because they're not going to give you the rag, and then you like kind of try to help, but you're just like in the way, so you just have to like sit there in your shame, and that's it. Like that's it. You sit there in your shame while someone scoops up your sticky ass iced tea, and then they bring you new iced tea, and in your head you're like, oh my god, am I paying for this second iced tea now? And you'll never know if they're gonna be nice to you or if you're gonna have to pay for a second iced tea. And it's like, I shouldn't care about that, but also it's like iced tea is like $4 or $5, which is fucking insane. And like, that is nothing against Patty's. That is just the reality of living in Los Angeles, where it's like I'm literally just getting tea and it's $400, and it's like, I don't know. Restaurants should pay their employees fairly too, because it's like you pay the $4 for the iced tea, and then you're also paying for the tip on top of that. Like, so 2 iced teas means double the dip and double the iced tea, and it's just like, ugh. And it's like, I will tip anywhere. I tip places you probably shouldn't tip. I think I accidentally tipped like at a fucking merch booth. Like, I'm gonna tip, it's who I am. But it is also like, sometimes I'd like to sit down and see how much money I spend a year on tipping when people could just be paid fairly by their employers. And that's what I'm saying. And it's all over me. Okay. This process, okay, I think I've done this in a horrible, horrible way. Oh no. Oh, it's on me. It's on the pants I'm totally wearing right now. And I'm doing bad camera work. This is hell. This is hell. How many bad words can you say before you get kicked off YouTube? Okay. I think I need to do the whole hand of you know? Okay, so the gossip that I promised you is that I moved into this apartment in 2022, like the beginning of 2022. I always get the years kind of mixed up, but I'm pretty sure it's 2022. And there used to be this beautiful, like, Spanish style cottage right next to us, and we could like see the sky, and because it was only 1-story home, and it had a lemon tree and a fig tree, and I just thought it was gorgeous. This big backyard, like, I lived that house. It was definitely like run down. No one lived there. But cute house. Obviously, because we live in Los Angeles and this is the state of the world, that little house got bought by a developer, and they built like a four unit apartment complex, and it's one of those, in my opinion, ugly apartment complexes where it's like just like a white box with like, it's a white and black box, and there's nothing like architecturally interesting about it. They put them up really fast. Everything looks the same because they're building them all like they're kind of like a giant shipping container on its side, and then everything's like white inside and like plain, and there's no color, and there's no like a yard or outdoor space or any beauty or nature at all, blah blah blah. And of course they put it in, it's 2 stories, so it blocks out like everything. So from 2022 to now-ish, like just the last few months, we lived next to an active construction site, which really killed the ASMR dream. Because it was like, I think I had been like, I'm gonna get more into ASMR, I'm gonna film more. And I tried to film one day on my lunch break, and they were doing just like the loudest, I don't even know, just like the sounds that came out of that construction zone were hog wild. Like sometimes it would be like robots fighting, sometimes it'd be like screaming, just like banging, clattering, like, and also just like the spray, like it ruined our balcony. How much dust got out there. I've given up on like, now I need to go in and like deep clean and get a power washer, and I literally just don't want to do that. So I just have a disgusting balcony that I don't use, and I'd love to spend more time outside, but that is not going to happen in the current state of events. So, and then now that the building's up, it like blocked out all our light, and also, so my room, no real window, just the balcony, so it's like a sliding glass door. And then in our living room we have a second balcony with a second sliding glass door. I actually like sanded off the tip of the stuff, so I guess that's one way to do it. Okay, so it's just like all sliding glass doors at the front of the apartment facing the new apartment they've built. And basically, like, the way they built the new apartment, it like lines up exactly, so my bedroom now lines up exactly with the new neighbor's living room, and their giant window that's almost exactly the same size as my giant window, like, just look into each other. And then our living room window is now directly across from a giant, like, these are floor to ceiling windows. Like, on the neighbors, they have floor to ceiling windows that just look directly into our apartment. Like, no more than like a 10-foot distance between the two of us. So it's like their kitchen to my living room and their living room to my bedroom. Awful. So yeah, we've lived here throughout this whole process, and that sounds nice. So like, it's Los Angeles, right? So parking was already not great. Like, I've lived in places where it was really bad, and I have a friend in K-Town who, like, we just can't hang out at her place because parking is awful. I make the journey sometimes, but like, it's so brutal down there. So yeah, parking already not wonderful. I would say, like, there's definitely worse places for parking in Los Angeles, but that's just my opinion. I do have access to the garage. My roommates street park, so I'm sure they have a different opinion than I do, and theirs is probably more informed, but whatever. Anyway, so now they built these new apartments. We already live like on a small street where parking's like an issue, so like, they have garages, but, like, if anyone moves in with, like, roommates, like, from what I can tell, it's, like, people, like, it seems more like families have moved in there, not, like, groups of young people with roommates, so, thus far, I don't think it's, well, it's kind of a problem, but, like, it could just make parking so much worse. So, okay, well, let's see if this works. This is crazy. Wait. What am I rambling about? Parking. Crazy. Oh, I think if I was the president, or, like, in charge of Los Angeles, if I were the president of Los Angeles, I would make it a law that you cannot build with, like, any apartment unit with less than 2 guaranteed parking spots. And that's maybe controversial of me, but I think parking in this city is just such a problem everywhere you go, and, like, that should be an ordinance to just protect life and the streets. It's dangerous to turn because the streets are so packed with parked cars that, like, you can never see where you're actually turning into. Streets get really congested, which leads to, like, a lot of backups. So Karen Bass, if you're listening, I think you should make that a building ordinance or a city ordinance for new builds, because they're out there building, and they are not building enough parking. So that is my hot take. Anyway, new people in the neighborhood, we can see them from our house, and the second they all move in, everybody brings a dog. And I love dogs, but everybody, like, I think the world's loudest, yappiest dogs moved into my neighborhood, and, like, they'll set each other off. So, like, it's bark city over here now, and it'll be like one dog barks and then the whole neighborhood goes off. And, like, the first few days of the new people living here, one of the dogs clearly had separation anxiety, which, like, I get that. It's living in a new space. It's people just left them there. Like, it's adjusting. But, like, the first, like, maybe week, there was one dog that was just like, all day. I was working from home, and it did not stop. And it was, like, it's awful. So it's, like, that's going on, a bunch of new dogs, and then we also live next to the airport, and then we live next to the airport, so the airplanes will go over, and that will set off the dogs, and then, like, so airplane goes over, sets off one dog, then the next dog starts going off because one of the dogs off, and then the dogs are like, bah, 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 bah. This is my place, dog, 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 yap, 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 yap. So, really love that. The positive of all these people moving into the neighborhood is it's like we've unlocked, like, it's like The Sims, like, just moved in new characters, like a bunch of new characters moved into the neighborhood. So there's a lot of, like, I'm seeing new people and being like, who are you? Figuring out where they live, not because I'm a creep, but, like, just, like, you know, seeing, like, people's new routines, which dog belongs to who's walking with who, what's the new neighborhood, like, if the neighborhood's new, it's different, it's like a reset. It's kind of interesting and fun to watch, so that part is somewhat enjoyable, and you get, like, funny stuff that happens. So one thing that I, like, cannot stop cracking up about is, so the, like, neighbors who can, their kitchen sees into my living room, they have at least 3 pets. I've seen 2 different dogs and at least 1 cat, but there might be 2. So they have a good amount of pets, and one of them is, like, this, like, small, like, kind of pitty, like, maybe bulldog looking one. I don't really know how to tell the difference between a pit bull and a bulldog. Sorry. Yell at me. Anyway. So they have this, like, little dog. She's, like, gray. I've decided she's a she because of the story that we're getting into. And, like, she's super cute. And there was one time where I was, like, leaving my apartment and, like, she eats, like, in the window. So, like, she was eating and she saw me and I was kind of like, burp, burp. Like, I was sitting outside going, like, burp, burp, burp. and then like ducking behind a wall and popping out, and she was like sitting there like like barking at me, and then she'd look at her person, and then she'd bark and look at me, and then she was like so trying to get her owner's attention, and I was just like, the owner clearly did not care, so I was just getting to like kind of like play with this dog through the window, so that was fun. But then I was outside one evening enjoying some grass, touching grass. I'm outside, I'm by myself. It's like nighttime, and like the neighbors drive up, the neighbors who own the dog and who can see into my kitchen. And I like hear them drive up, and they open their front door, and I just hear, Millie, no. And then like, I think it's like, I'm gonna say it's a husband and a wife just for clarity. So I hear like the husband go, Millie, no. Sorry, it makes me laugh. No, Millie. And the wife starts going, what? What happened? What? And he's just like, Millie, no, Millie, no. And the wife's like, what happened? And you can like kind of hear her like glump over, and she just goes, what? Millie, no, Millie. And I'm just like losing my mind because it's just so funny. I have no idea what Millie did, but both of them are just like, Millie, no, Millie. And I want to know so bad what Millie did. So I decided that Millie was the dog I had a moment with. I just like, I don't know, it tickles me, like the whole Millie, no, because it was like, so, it was only audio, and like, it was just like perfectly timed, and I don't know, I had a crazy dog growing up who would like eat everything. We used to like we kept all like baked goods, like if anyone made cookies or anything, we had to keep them in our microwave because the dog could get in literally anywhere. Like nothing could be out of the counter. One time my mom left like tea bags in a Tupperware out because the dog's not gonna eat tea bags, right? But he smelled something and he went for it and he ate through the Tupperware and then got to the tea bags and we're like, oh, these are gross, I didn't want these. So like I grew up with a crazy dog, so it was fun hearing the like, Millie, no, because I was like, I have been there. What did she do? No one knows. Well, they know because she's their dog, but I'll probably never know. But so that's kind of like what's going on in the neighborhood. It does like okay, so now it's like airport, so many dogs, also just like there's more people here, so like they'll be having like loud ass conversations outside. Like the neighborhood has just gotten loud since they opened the new building, which kind of sucks. Not very ASMR or conducive. Okay, this one's falling off. Okay. Guys, I don't know if this is doing anything. But, so that's not very ASMR conducive, which kind of kills my vibe a lot. So that's why there's always a lot of cuts in my videos. Potentially you hear the planes, because sometimes I don't catch them all. And also, I'm just a girl. Well, hopefully you're all asleep by now, because somehow I've been doing this like half an hour. And I think the average person is supposed to fall asleep in 15 minutes, which is a fact that, like, I think might be true, but then I don't believe it, because I, like, kind of refuse to watch a video less than 30 minutes. I want my half-hour sitcom of ASMR every time I turn on YouTube. I want my free half-hour of entertainment from small creators. And I demand nothing less. Okay. Oh, I have an extra, so, oh no, I don't have an extra. Okay, that's the thumb. Maybe we put this one here. And then, it's gonna be so hard to do things with my hands. Well, my fingers are covered in tinfoil. So, oh man. Okay. What's going on here? Oh my god. Guys. Why is this so hard? Okay, I'm gonna... Okay. And they all came off. And this is going poorly. And what's gonna happen next is I'm gonna close this acetone bottle. Because as we covered, I'm clumsy. Closed. And I'm gonna go get like a thing. Hold on. Back with this nail kit, which is like low-key falling apart and super old, and I've lost all the tools. But I figured this might be able to like scrape it off. Okay. Kinda. I think this is doing nothing. Oh no. Okay. Okay, it's kind of my fault. Okay, here's what I think needs to. Okay. Gonna put this on there. Because I think I can do the thumb while the rest of the fingers like continue to soak on this hand, but I need the whole right hand to do this part. So what's up with you guys, you know? How you feeling? What's going on? Drop it in the comments, maybe. Do you think, okay, chunks are coming off. A Trader Joe's guy asked me this the other day. He asked if, okay, so you get night vision, but the way you get night vision is you either have to, every time you go into the sun, it like burns, so it kind of like vampire-y, but I don't think it won't kill you, but it will hurt to go in the sun, but you have like perfect like night vision, can do anything at night. Or the other way to get night vision is there is something in the darkness that's like hunting you, and it moves pretty slow. It's like the snail thing from TikTok, where it's like basically there's this like evil snail that's hunting you, and it will kill you if it finds you, but it can only get you in the dark, which you can see imperfectly because you have night vision. And if there's lights on, it can't get you, so it like can only get you in the true dark. So like, what do you pick? And I picked, what did I pick? I picked the one that makes the most sense, which is the first one, where you like your skin burns in the sun, and like my logic there was like that hurts, but like I guess I can wear some long sleeves. I don't know, it's really hard because when he said that I was like, oh, absolutely not picking that, because I love the sun, I love to be outside, I love the beach. Like it would make going to the beach awful. But honestly, like, it won't kill you, and I was like, the pressure and stress of being hunted, and then I guess you could just never go outside at night. At least not true night. And like, I guess if you're like close enough to like a bar, like if you're walking to a bar, you'll probably be fine. Like, I guess I'm not in true darkness a lot. Couldn't go camping anymore. I guess we're down to deciding between camping and the beach. And I think, because see, when the Trader Joe's guys asked me, I said burning in the sun. because it was non-fatal, and he was like, everyone's been picking that today, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And I was like, well, I don't want to die. But now that I'm sitting here thinking it through, which is a Taylor Swift line, now that I'm sitting here thinking it through, that's from Cold As You, which I believe is debut, which, when is it coming? Now I'm sitting here thinking it through. Trader Joe's guy might be right on that one, because I don't go outside enough, or at night enough, and I do go outside during the day, so I think that's probably the best way. But then it's like, what's the point of night vision? I can't go outside. I also don't really want night vision that much. This is kind of like a curse. I guess, what would you do? I'm sure your answer's great. But yeah, I don't want night vision. Like, literally, what would I even do with night vision? I'm not, like, in the military or anything, so. Like, at the time, I was literally, like, coming off of Halloween Horror Nights, and I was like, well, I couldn't go to Halloween Horror Nights anymore, so I guess I gotta choose the burning during the day, but I guess I could live without Horror Nights over never going to the beach again. Although I could go to the beach, I just have to wear, like, full clothes, but I want to swim. I guess it would burn. Yeah, okay. I lied to the Trader Joe's employee. Okay. This is not coming off well. I'm gonna put it back in here. Oh, let's try the one. Okay, actually it didn't. I undercut myself there. It mostly came off. Ooh, my finger's wrinkly from the acetone. Oh, it's coming off good though. Awesome. I feel like this. I knew this was gonna be a long process, but I feel bad making you sit here and watch me do this. Like, I don't know if this part's fun. Now that's weird that I'm talking about that. Guys, it came off really easy. Look at that. I mean, you can see the damage that happens to your nail when you do this, so. Or is that just like glue? I guess they don't put glue on under it, so is that just my nail? Oh, is this gonna make putting like regular nail polish on it bad? Okay. I'm like grinding it down to smooth it out, which kind of stinks, but this is like part of being a girly pop that's like hard, you know? I feel like right now I'm learning a lot of like girly pops, like things that like, because I don't have any sisters. My mom also doesn't have any sisters, so I feel like I'm like second generation sisterless. That is not a dunk on my mom, but it's like, you know, just like there's some things you learn from having a sister. Which maybe my mom knows, but I should have asked. Anyway, I self-tanned for the first time, and I was so stressed out about it because I did not have like resources to figure out like what I was doing, and I think it turned out fine. But it's like that kind of stuff is scary, and you have to just like figure it out on your own sometimes. It's the worst. And like with this, like my friend Vic said she just peeled hers off. And I was like, how did she do that? Because now I'm fighting for my life. And also taking my whole evening doing this. Which, okay, I did just get a new TV. So I guess I could be entertaining myself watching TV, but instead I'm rambling to myself for a video that hopefully I'll edit. But like I was whining about earlier, I gotta edit this shit myself. It's hard. Making like content on your own is literally a feat, and I know that sounds so lame coming from someone who is actively doing it right now. But also, I'm not like a content creator. I'm just a girl who this is now my hobby. So I guess I shouldn't complain about my hobby. I complain about all my hobbies though. If you're not whining, what are you doing? But I guess I'm thinking of my other thing that I like to do is furniture repair or refurbishment or whatever. I guess it's not really repairing, but like right now I'm like sanding down a piece, and it's taken me like months to sand it down, because sanding hard, especially because I'm sanding like an interior corner, and it is so hard to get all the varnish that's on there off. It's like driving me insane. But I'm out of interesting things to tell you. If any of that would be considered interesting. I'm debating what to do with class pass, because I want more credits, but I don't want to pay more money. You ever been there? Oh, a big chunk. This is fun. I wish you could see it, but you can't, because I'm not setting up a camera good. Okay. Here's where we're at. Two naked now. Been recording for 46 minutes. I hope you're all asleep and you've all missed 90% of this. But I'm gonna do the rest of this in front of my new TV that I just bought, and I'm gonna go watch some like Simpsons or something. So I hope you have a good night, or a good day, or a good whatever else you're doing, and I will see you sometime. Bye.